Evet, oyna. Hikaye. Kaldığımız yerden devam edelim. Hmm. Evet. En son bu tünelde kalmıştık. Yakınlarda bir yerde kirinti var ha, bak buymuş. Kırıntı, kirinti değil. Aldık mı lan? Aa, bu değilmiş. Yok, çift defalarını istemiyorum. Al, yanlış yaptım. Tek gereken küçük bir kıvılcım ve bam. Havaya uçtuk lan direkt. Çok dikkatli olmam lazım.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
Sağ tarafta duvar var diye sola kaçtım abi. Direkt iki ölümle başladık ya bölüme. Oyunda kaç kere öldüm lan?
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
Hayır. Koş.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic.
Koş abi, koş. Eğimi kes, eğimi. Lan.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Dedim ben mi yanlış bir şey yaptım? Karşı tarafta merdiven. İn bakalım.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time.
Uzun ama daha mantıklı bir yol.
Me and I had a problem with heights. That scaffolding scared the
Kesin
bejesus.
bir şey olacak burada.
Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith.
İnançlı bir sıçrama.
When you're suspended between
Cennetle cehennem arasında kaldığın zaman hiçbir şey kolay değildir. Abi. Kaç kere öldük ya. Ne sıçraması? Bir tane U. Şunu yapalım. Bunu fullleyeceğim abi. Koşarak zıplamıyor mu? Zıplıyor.
I was determined not to give up, however.
Tamam. İlkinde ben başaramamışım.
Plumber seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob.
Alt yazı okuyordum ama.
My mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Asansör mü merdiven mi? Merdiven abi. Dur. Kırıntı varmış. Nerede? Yakınlarda bir yerde kırıntı var dedi. Nerede acaba? Şu kırılmıyor mu? Onun içinde yok. Neyse, merdivenden tırmanın bakayım. Merdiveni seçtim. Asansör biraz tehlikeli olabilir.
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
Tamam.
Plummer was a mad dog killer,
Lan
and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in...
tabii tam takip edemiyorum ya.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Aha, dinamit. Şerif. Haydut. 5 para etmemizin teki. Hadi bakalım.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! This day is just getting worse and worse for you, ain't it?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I
Lan
can see
kaçırdım ki nereye gittiğini.
I can shoot too! How you like that?
Dinamit atacak. Dinamiti bekleyeceğim.
You ain't taking me!
Dinamit atmadı ya.
Why don't you just join the circus? God damn it! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out! Shot son of a bitch! Fiddle ain't that
Lan dur.
well, that's a first. Ah! I'll live. Gonna blow you into next week, boy. You are really chapping my ass.
Ben de gönderim aga.
What do you think you're doing? Got you, morons! No blood money for you today. Ah, keep pissing me off.
Hayır.
You ain't taking me. Show off.
Nerede lan?
Do not deserve to die like this.
So that's how Henry
Zorladı bak bu.
him and his crew were worth their
Henry öldü.
and now I was officially a bounty hunter.
İsabet oranı 166. Çok kötü, uzun bir zaman sonra oynayınca.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Aha, John Wesley. Hardin.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15
İlk adamını da 15 yaşındayken öldürdü.
on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Silahsı yarım kalmış Roscoe Bob Bryant öldürme işine gerekli parayı toplamak için ödül avcılarına başladığını iddia ediyordu.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
Kanka ne oluyor? Bu şey ne? Bir saniye.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Put some holes in him!
I thought the Texas Rangers got hardened.
Yeah.
Beyi çifteyle değiştiriyor
They
kalsın.
want you to believe.
Öl. Bunlar niye ölmüyor?
I'm putting you down!
It was coldin' a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Buradan nereye gidiyoruz? Oyun alanından uzaklaşıyorsun. Nereye gideceğim ben kaçırdım. Buraya mı gireceğiz?
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and
Arda'm beni bekliyordu ve... Bak sinematiğe gel.
wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some
Evet.
background on this some bitch.
Arkadaşın geçmişine biraz bakalım.
Don't you?
Cenep hoş geldin. Ne haber? Nasıl gidiyor?
John Wesley Hardin was a killer.
Ya Arda'm bir katildi.
By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers,
42 tane adam öldürmüş.
brothers, and sons. Men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then and had amassed a gang of armed men.
Benden de iyilik, güzellik ne olsun.
He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. I'm freezing my giblets off.
Ain't right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't no bird stupid.
Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew.
Think I waited?
Lan
Most of them were wanted as well.
oğlum ben 3 kişi var diye şov yaptım öyle.
But to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. I had to
Gerek
spill
yok.
a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed
Let
presence.
the boys know we got another
I
long
wondered if
dog.
Bob was among them.
Hide, you lily-livered son of a bitch!
Çok hasar yedik. Keşke buraya çıkmasaydım.
Middle that sucker!
Kırıntı bulamıyoruz ya. 4 tane falan kırıntı buluyorlar bölüm başına. Ben bir tane bulabiliyorum. Bu uzağa nasıl vuruyor?
You know you can't beat me.
Bir daha yok muydu orada?
Show 'em how. That's right. Run!
Aa yanlış tıkladım, yanlışlıkla bir saniye. Yok, çift almaya gerek yok. Bu da çok iyi değil. Bu daha iyi. Buralarda ne var? Gerek yok. Bu alınmıyor zaten.
You just met your match. You better hide.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
Birden önümüzde 10 kişi çıkarsa şaşırmam.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers.
İyiymiş.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story.
Yine bir yetenek. Kelle avcısı. Kafadan vuruşlar için daha fazla kontrasyon. Dinamiti fırlat ve patlat. Dinamit çok oynamıyorum ki.
I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Can't get a good shot at him.
Uzağa çok fazla vurmuyor ya. Uzağa bununla oynayacağım.
Watch where you're shooting.
Lan adam yanımdaymış ya. Boşuna eziyet çekiyormuşum sabahtan beri.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Tamam, şimdi salona giriyoruz.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
God damn him.
Ne oluyor oğlum lan?
Bastard, just shoot.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Oh, he's hurt now.
One sorry
Daha var mı? Var.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. As a moment later, I was facing down the fastest gun.
Batı'nın en hızlı adamını yendim. Batı'nın en hızlı adamı geliyor. Daha 15 yaşındayken adam öldürdü. Bir adamı sırf horladığı için öldürdü ve horladığı için 40 adamı daha öldürdü. İyiymiş. Horlayanları sevmiyor.
A bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
AD yapmayı unuttum ya.
No, wait. He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Böyle olmadı tabii ki de. Tabii ki de böyle olmadı. Dur. Bu ilk defa oldu bu arada. Böyle bir şey yoktu. Unutmuşum lan oyunu. Şu hızı nasıl yapıyorduk ya? %11 oluyor en fazla. Stok %89, hız %10.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took
Biz öldürmemişiz. İçeri attırmışız
the
biz.
saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Devam et. Çok fazla öldüm lan bunu öldürmeye çalışırken bu bölümde.
Darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember
Gri kurt.
after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf.
Apache.
Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Stas Gravis, John Wesley Hardin gibi tehlikeli haydutları kendisine Bryant ulaştıracağı umuduyla takip ederdi. Hainlerle dans yükleniyor.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickle the nether regions of heaven.
Gri kurtu arıyoruz.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Şimdi karşımıza tak diye çıkacaklar. Manzara çok iyi.
They saw me before I saw them.
Hayda. Hadi bakayım.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Ulan. Korktum. Baltayla gelmiş manyak. Oo, çok kötü yer. Güzel.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
Arkamdan gelip yine baltayla vurmasın.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that.
Silahla böyle ilerleyeceğiz. Altı patlarla vurmak zor. Tamam, o adamı mesela vurabilirim. Ölmüyor ki. Yani keşke bir de ölseler.
That led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Ben gri kortuluğa böyle yeşillik alanlarda bekliyordum. Adam mağarada.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to.
Nereden giderim? Soldan giderim hadi.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Tüfek iyi. Evet, ilk defa 2 kırıntı buldum. Harika.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars. They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
Düşmesek iyi olur.
Haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Yanlış yaptım.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Karşımıza hiç çıkar mı? Sanmam. Tilki çıkacak şimdi. Gri tilki. Gelene gidene vuruyorum ya. Anıl abiden eğimim daha iyi abi. Anıl abi bitmiş zaten.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two mescalero women.
Kim maskeleri kadınıyla evlenmişiz. Hem de aynı anda.
It's traditional among the mescalero.
Hem de kardeşler.
Oh, I had to get out of there.
Kaçmam gerekti. O kadar hiç tutmuyordu.
Them nagging at me all the time drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the cave.
Ölüm mağarasına kadar kovaldık. Altyazıları okuyamıyorum ki oyunda mermi yememek için. Yayıncısına da laf ettirmiyor ya. Silaha gerek yok. Mermiye de gerek yok. Buradan gidelim. Abi kırıntı daha. Evet, buradan gidilmiyormuş. Bak 4 kırıntıdan 3 tanesini buldum. Benim için çok iyi.
I came upon this
Ne
flooded
oluyor?
grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and
Silahsızca geldi. Silahsız geldi.
echoed in the shadows. And I
Kurt geldi
sensed
kurt.
he meant me no harm.
You
Ama
carry great
çenep için tilki olsun bu.
If you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to
Ne oluyor lan?
and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until
Gri kurt bana bir şeyler yaptı.
and an echo of the the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Lan nereye saklanacağım ben? O kadar kaçırdım ki. RP yapıyorum. Anıl abinin RP'sini yapıyorum. Adam harbiden büyücü çıktı ya. Ama biz kaçmayız. Biz çılgın bir kovboyuz.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly one just appeared,
Bir mucize gibi.
kinda like a miracle.
Ne oldu? Sonu yükselmeye başlıyor. Ne oluyor? Oha, merdiven. Daha demin yoktu lan bu. Nasıl ya? Arkandaki düşmanlar için yardımcı olur. Abi arkamızdan çok vuruyorlar bize.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever.
Gerçekten ne mağaraymış ya.
Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice overlooking a thundering white water river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back.
Sen daha gelmiş. İnfazcı, yakında olan düşmanları ifade edebilirsin. Nişan alman birkaç kafadan vuruş yap. Q tuşuna bas ve basılı tut. Bu sayede mükemmel kafadan vuruşlar için yakındaki düşmanları işaretle. Vallahi sırtımızı millete dönemiyoruz. Dinamit ne alaka peki? Şunları yapsam ne olur? Silahları ikili kullanabiliyorum. Yakın mesafeden dayanıklılık. O ikisi de beni cezbetmedi, o yüzden
Determined to make him explain
değerlerinden
the meaning of all that
bastım.
mumbo jumbo.
Vuramadık ya.
Mumbo Jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few
Tabii ki de uyarı durma değil. Bunları biz yaşadık. Mermi yemiyormuş abi.
exactly what happened to me.
Ben nasıl düştüm oradan? Ne ara buraya geldim lan? Ben oradan düştüm. İlginç, neyse. İleri attı. Normalde geri atar oyun. Bu oyun ileri atıyor. Ne bağırıyorsun birader? Ayağımızı kaydırıyorlar ya. Hep de güvendiğimiz insanlar ayağımızı kaydırıyor.
And scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate
Bir dağ keşisi gibi çıkacağız abi.
exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
Beni tuzağa düşürmüş. Tabi mükemmel yeteneklerimle
To be at least 100 Apaches.
hepsini bir anda öldürdüm.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
100 tane kişiyle mi dövüşüyoruz
I'm
lan?
not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100?
100 tane Apache savaşçı etrafımı sardı. Evet, doğru.
The time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Manyağa bak. Manyak mısınız oğlum? Lan ne oluyor? Ben burada ölürüm ki. Nereden ateş ettiğini görsem bir de. Anıl abim hoş geldin ya. Ben de tam senden bahsediyorum. Anıl abi gibi eğimim var, oynuyorum diyordum. Oha. Çok iyi. Griyi kurtu yakala. Aha, kurt oldu lan. Aa, kayboldu. Onu hiçbir şekilde bulamadık. Sokak ödülümüzü de almamışız.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels.
Anıl abi ne yaptın ya? Fenerbahçe'yi Şampiyonlar Ligi'ne götürüyor musun?
Don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Dalton kardeşler. Hadi bakayım.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad.
Sadece bir sezon mu oynayacaksın abi?
Clear across the territory.
Zaten oyun 8'inde mi tam sürüm çıkıyor 4 gün sonra ona?
I was one of the citizens who took up.
Bill Bob Great.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Ha, anladım. Tam sürüm çıktıktan birkaç gün sonra da ben Game Pass alırım. Game Pass'ten bakarım. Veyahut da bir ay sonra falan.
Friends was a local gunsmith.
Bu ne oğlum, silahlarım?
Handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time.
Seri patlar ne?
The same damn street. Story was Bob.
Babacım dur ya, silahlarım falan gitti ha, arkadaşlarım var ilk defa.
Ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James.
Oyunda altyazılar okunmuyor ya.
Bastard took his
Oyuna odaklandığım için.
just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Az daha bizim adama sıkıyordum.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown.
Put some holes in them!
Yakınlarda kırıntı var. Ranger oynayalım bir de. Nerede kırıntı? Ne oğlum? Kırıntı yok. Kırıntı falan yok. Oynarsın abi ya.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about
Harbi ya, bu kadar kolay öldüremeyiz adamları.
went down very differently.
Tabii ki de olay çok farklı gerçekleşti.
High noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Banka mı soyuyorlar?
They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait to suck the bitches out.
But this bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. So he went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Hop, birden merdiven geldi.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Şu an hikaye çocuk anlatıyor ya. Biz dinliyoruz, çocuk anlatıyor.
How to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there.
Çatıdan Daltonları sürpriz yapalım.
Steep ladder, laughing at
Yapalım abi.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
We've got company.
Heroic men
Mükemmel bir sürpriz.
did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie,
Is
Davy
that Silas
Crockett,
Greaves?
who died
Son
defending
of
the
a
Alamo.
bitch!
You better hide.
Oh, paralara bak, paralara. Boşaltmışlar.
Over there!
That's Silas Greaves.
What the hell?
Demire nasıl çarpıyor mermi ya?
Blam! Blam!
Bağırma lan.
Came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Daltonları yakala. Aynen böyle gerçekleşti kardeşim. Daltonları böyle yakaladım.
Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled,
Adı Silas Greaves'ti. Çatışma bittiğinde kalan son adam oydu.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Ha, olay böyle de değilmiş abi. Nasıl peki?
It was early evening.
Şafak vaktiydi, öğleden sonra değil. Yani 6:50 geçiyor diyor. 6:50 geçe şafak vakti mi olur? Sabah 6 olacak o.
To the party in Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like
Ha,
flies.
zavallı polisleri öldürmüşler. Aha, Dalton kardeşler. Lider acemi, beceriksiz. Bob, Emmett, Great.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the...
Birader sen ne yapıyorsun ya?
Everybody knew.
Kalkan player'lar her yerde ya, bak bak. Gelin lan buraya.
We got us a hero.
Put some holes in them!
And those friends
Aynı Anıl abim gibi vurdum hepsine bak.
dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Hemen bir U'da bonuslu combo. Avcı, derin cepheler. Kovan ve dinamit kapasitesini arttırır. Komboyu açalım abi.
I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding.
Öyle yanarsın işte.
And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying
Tamamdır.
which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once.
Arkamdaymış ya sabahtan beri. 2 alt yazıya baktırmıyor oyun ya.
Get those boys.
Shoot them down! They ain't getting away with this!
Come on, we gotta get out of here.
I think they know who we are!
Her stupid idea was this.
You will pay for that! What?
was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes.
Tam arkamda kimse yok. Evde bir olay yok. Yani bankadan çaldıkları paralar burada.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape.
Lan oğlum,
Brother stayed behind
öleceğim.
just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Kaç tane kütük varmış ya.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
Yeri kaldırıp beni yenmeye karar verdi.
This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers, and I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Oğlum sen manyak mısın?
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
23 kez vurulduğunu söylerler. Evet, 23 kez atış ettim.
Those damn holes in him.
Başarılı.
Have to admit,
Fakat kabul etmeyin ki cesaretli çocuktu. Tamam. Halen bana ödül avcısı derler. Yıllar geçtikçe ünlü ödül avcısı haline geldik.
We'll get those suckers.
it took me a couple of days,
Altınların izlerini bulmam birkaç günümü aldı.
They can't get away with this.
and in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes.
Yerel güvenlik birlikleri bunlarmış. Kabasan şehrindeki Daltonları bul.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
Cehennem kadar nemli ve sisliydi. Hop, bir anda hava durumu değişti.
It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color. Red.
Oğlum korktum lan.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Ama en iyisi bu ya.
Sorry.
Bizim adamlar ne oldu ya?
reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
You think I don't see you? He's tearing right through us. I'm gonna hurt you bad. I'm gonna cut you in half. You calm down the thunder. Die.
Point being, I was under serious attack,
So are you.
Shotgunner name.
and my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Catch him in the crossfire! You maniac!
Nasıl mermi bedava kardeşim? Dağıt sağa sola.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes.
Ama oyun çok güzel ya. Ben beğendim. Türkçe yamayı da internetten buldum. Bayağı hoş.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea what...
Labirent gibi.
Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
Oh,
Bu ne oğlum?
oh,
Steve? Steve?
huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Ben de diyorum horlama sesi nereden geliyor ya?
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Kırdeler her tarafımı çevir. Kızılderili ne alaka? Baba biz Daltonların peşindeydik ya. Siz niye geldiniz?
They were Indians.
No.
Aynen Kızılderililer vardı. Hayır ama Steve'in dikkatini çekmek istedim. Nerede kalmıştım?
Now, where
Aman ben ne diyorum Kızılderili ne alaka?
The Daltons. Through a swamp?
Bataklık boyunca takip edelim.
See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that son bitch!
Hadi bakayım.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who
Ne
knows.
oluyor oğlum? Durun bir saniye.
But hell,
Kim mermiydik?
important in family
Feleğimiz şaştı.
is what I'm talking about.
Bury him in the swamp! He's hurt now! Spread out! Somebody kill that son bitch!
İçinden geçti mermi anlıyorum.
God damn you!
Önüme gelene bam bam bam.
Now you're in trouble.
Yine kalkan clearler. Normalde şu sırası kapalı olmuyor. Oradan da kafasını atış edebiliriz. Kapatmışlar bu sefer bak.
Death is too good for him.
Bak bu da öyle. Açıl. Burada ne var? Kırıntı var mı burada? silahlarım iyi.
Do I have to do everything? He's wounded.
Buradan hiçbir şey göremiyorum, aşağı in.
Show him how to die.
Lan nereye sıkıyorsun? Manyağa bak.
You call down the thunder.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Ne Daltonlarmış be. Tam VS'lik bir alan.
A goddamn steamboat.
Ha, vapur.
In a swamp?
Bataklığın içinde.
But this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
Bataklığın içinde vapur.
Steamboat end up in the swamps. Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
89 tufanla bırakılır Türklenmiş.
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found.
Vapur içine git ve Daltonları yakala.
I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Oy, ne güzel vurduk. Hemen bir U. Çifte silah kullanmak istemiyorum. Isıldayan silahlar avcı. Daha hızlı çifte doldurmaya yarar. Çifte kullanmıyorum ki ben. Dinamit patlatıyorum. İnfazcı. Altın tüfek açıldı. Aha. Tüfeğim de altın. Altı patlarım da altın. Vardı ondan önce.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Buradaki silahları da altın yaptım. Kesin öldürdünüz beni, kesin.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
You will rule the day.
Lan şu patlamıyor mu? İki tane burada patlattım, ölmediniz mi? Biri burada, biri burada. Adam bununla ateş ediyormuş bana. Yakınlarda bir yerde kırıntı var, kesin burada.
You ain't beating me, boy.
Altonlara gelin bakayım buraya.
Right about then,
Lan
much to my relief,
tam o sırada birlikten imdadıma yetişmişti.
finally arrived.
Düşman sandım, ateş ettim ya.
Motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the
Güvertedeki kabini terserek Daltonların yerini gösterdi. Tamam.
dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out.
Hayda.
The Daltons had played
Not
me
so
like a
tough after
fiddle.
all, is he?
Apparently, the vigilante,
Birlikler onun adına çalışıyor.
they didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive.
Canlı canlı yakmak istediler.
Burning
Hele hele.
labyrinth. Proved to be
Kır
quite
şurayı.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you hear
fight.
about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
What I'm
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
so anyway.
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
Oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how How'd you get off it, Mr. Grease?
I
Son kurtulmayı nasıl başardım?
So I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy, but somehow I managed to finally
Aha.
disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Allah, yine ölüm olan.
Someone kill that bastard!
I see him!
Mermi bedava kardeşim. Oğlum siz bitmeyecek misiniz böyle?
Bob and Grad weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side
Aha, ikizler.
to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Aa, %1 hız mı? Cık. 2v1 böyle olmaz ki. Hız olayını çözdüm bu arada. Şimdi de kaçma var. Bu nasıl bir vs? %87 oranına odaklandın. Elinin hızı %77. Tepkime sürem yarım saniye. Şimdi A'la D'yi elimize hareket ediyormuşuz, ayarlıyormuşuz silaha göre. Onu öğrendim. Ben sürekli AD yapıyordum. Hadi bakayım. Köyünüze.
A sad end for those two.
Böyle alırlar.
If they'd only
Daltonlarmış.
known that Emmett was still alive, just
Daltonları da gömdüm kardeşim.
paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day.
Favori silahım tüfek. Favori vuruş stili tam kafadan. Onurlu şekilde öldürüldü. Kırıntıları 3'te 1 olduk yine. 1'de 3. 3'te 1.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Kendi kardeşlerim trajidik bir şekilde öldü.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as
Kardeşlerimize Texas'a doğru yol alıyoruz.
But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us.
Kovboylar ne bizi geliyor lan? Kazandık oğlum kumarda.
Bob Bryant and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later.
Hayda.
Put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy. Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would...
Hikayemiz acıklıymış abi.
Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Vay be. Bir anda duygusallaştı ya. Yolunda gitmeyen tren soygunu.
I'd been on their trail for
Bunu da bir sonraki bölüm